Hello and welcome back to Couch Surfing with Koi, the traveling podcast where the guests are whoever lets me sleep on their couch. And in today's episode, I'm in New Jersey, joined by Anthpo. Anthpo is a YouTuber and creative mastermind that even if you think you don't know, you absolutely do. He's known for all kinds of things, including his college vlogs where he'd pull big stunts with his friends, the satire TikTok content house, the house nobody asked for, that time he anonymously ate an entire jar of cheese balls in front of a giant crowd in a park, and of course, creating and orchestrating the infamous Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition. He's been on the internet for over 5 years now, so we had a lot to talk about, like his thoughts on the insane worldwide virality of celebrity lookalike competitions, his time he spent working for MrBeast, a look into his process and what motivates him to keep going, and also just a bunch more insane stuff. He's been making stuff on the internet for over 5 years now, so we had quite a bit to talk about, including his thoughts on the insane worldwide virality of celebrity lookalike competitions. The Anthpo cinematic universe runs deep. So thank you so much for watching and enjoy the episode. Anthony
Koi Piso from twitch.tv/
rating places with 0 reviews.
Koi Piso from rating restaurants with 0 reviews.
Anthony Poe from Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest. I think.
I'm more than that. I'm not.
No.
I'm but the summation of the things I have done.
This is good. We're gonna talk about Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition for an hour. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool. That's been my life. So
Okay.
It'd be worse if I was Miles Mitchell, winner of Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, who had to live this life for like 6 years probably.
That's true. This is the rest of his life. And he barely even looks like Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that.
It's true though. I mean, a whole get posted somewhere and the top comments like, bro, like whoever was the judge was Stevie Wonder. And I'm like, guilty.
Wait, okay. Actually, I didn't want to jump right into the Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest, but I mean, like I didn't mean to, but here we are. How did the winner get chosen, actually? Was it someone who didn't know who Timothée Chalamet was? They just kind of picked their favorite, or like...
If it was up to me, I would have picked the worst looking person or the dog. But
Timothée Chalamet does kind of look like a dog.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a dog. He looks like a rat.
Yeah, like one freshly bathed.
Okay, I think you should have some structure to your own podcast. People don't even know who I am.
Oh, they do. I already told them at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, actually? Did
Yeah.
the beginning of this already happen?
The
Now
thing
we're
about
talking
this
to me?
podcast is it's innovative, is we don't even have an intro because we just get right into it. It's off the cuff. It's candid. We're talking. It's like they just jumped into the middle of the conversation.
Wow, it's like we jumped into the middle.
What's up, you guys? Thank you guys so much for coming back to this episode. I'm here with Anthony Poe. He's the creator of the Cheeseball Man, of the Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition, and also he made a bunch of videos in college. And he...
Smash that like button. When you say like on YouTube and subscribe, it lights up the thumbs up and the subscribe button.
Guys, hit escape right now. Subscribe.
Everyone, if you're on your iPhone, swipe up and then close the YouTube tab. And
Stop.
if you're on your computer, press Alt F4.
Okay. All right. So we met in Greenville, North Carolina, home of MrBeast and co. How did you get there?
My good friend was running his TikTok account and was like...
Running MrBeast's TikTok account.
Basically, I'm best friends with MrBeast.
Okay. Yeah.
Long and the short of it. But yeah, I was just
that's
invited.
weird because you probably would have called him Jimmy like I do.
Oh, sorry, you mean James? His real name?
Oh. His friends call him Jimmy.
Yeah, but his lover calls him James.
He's engaged now.
Yeah, and she's the side thing, so.
Oh.
T. So I worked for MrBeast for like 3-4 months. And it's funny because I just did a MrBeast collab and like I received a long DM from somebody being like, wow, like I'm incredibly disappointed that, you know, I think we talked about this.
Yes,
like
yeah.
I'm disappointed that you would like treat, like, just so you know, like he treats his workers horrible and you're a reflection of that. I'm like, I am his workers. Like I am the person.
And you loved it there.
I loved everything about, like, I loved the ethics and the, like, no. It's fine. It's like every other company. I mean, listen, like, people just want a story. That's like the internet is about a story.
Yeah.
People want your attention. Every time you see a news article or drama or a video essay, the people want your attention. That is like everything on the internet. That's how people make their money. So I mean, obviously, it's nobody's perfect.
Right.
Company's not perfect, not even close. But it's like whatever. I've worked corporate jobs. I've worked YouTuber jobs. I am a YouTuber. Like it is what it is.
So you were on the like TikTok team or vertical.
Vertical
Vertical,
yes,
as they call
vertical,
it.
yes.
Sorry. What was that like?
It was fun. It was like not a real job in a good way. It was like you'd go into the office and then like somebody would be like, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4.
Really sounds like a nightmare. It really does. I was over at your house when you did the MrBeast TikTok collab, which it was like a TikTok rewind where they got all of the biggest memes from 2024 into one room to make the worst TikTok of all time. And you came home that night and tried to explain to me the shoot, and you were like, yeah, so basically MrBeast is at the fridge and he's like, I really want some lunchly, and then Chick-fil-A sauce girl is like, with no Chick-fil-A sauce? And then he walks over to the Rizzler, and then the Rizzler's like, that gives me 5 booms, and then the low taper fade, and then you were actually speaking an evil language, and I felt like I was having it. Like, I had to sit down. I was getting nauseous.
Yeah, you were. You freaked out. And then when I showed you the video, once it was released, you thought it was worse than I had described it, which is impressive.
So, I was like, the video idea that you described to me was, and no hate, really bad.
It wasn't my idea. I know. I was like, first of all, for some reason it worked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a proponent, like, I'm only going to release things I think are good. Mm-hmm. They're of the proponent now where they're like, people get angry and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
Anger is engagement.
Anger is engagement, and that's unfortunate. Drama Alert's been around for 15 years.
And you're angry about the engagement of MrBeast and...
So upset
and his fiance.
Because it should have been me.
Yeah. Is that why you worked at the company?
Yeah, I was trying to schmooze up. No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, MrBeast LLC is fine. Anybody who in their heart of hearts hates MrBeast LLC and isn't just making a meme, you need to touch grass. Similar to me and most people on the internet, but that's just like a blanket to say, I'd say.
Okay, that's fair. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I hate MrBeast LLC.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going.
Absolutely. You started, correct me if I'm wrong, your start was kind of like meme-based content on YouTube.
Yeah, you're wrong, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your...
It's okay.
What did you do?
This is the greatest Nardwar interview of all time. No, I made sketch comedy on Instagram. I was a part of like a sketch comedy show that took off called 1 Minute Talk Show. And I
must have not taken off too far. And for the audio listeners, Anthony has just taken off, so it is a solo episode.
We had gained like 400,000 followers in a month. It's the biggest thing I've ever done.
Wow.
In terms of like, well, maybe I was in a TikTok house as well. Numbers don't matter. Everything's fake. But generally, like, we were 14, 15. I was 14, I think, maybe 15. And just took off. And then, like, I did it with like 4 other guys. And like, our parents sat us down and gave us a talk about like, don't put yourself on the internet.
Right.
And so
right.
that was how it started. And then that's how I gained my first like 10,000 followers on my own account.
Wow.
And I kind of used it as like a, because, you know, so many people make a banger video, but like if you have 0 subscribers, like it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you do need like some base, and I guess that's how I started.
Yeah, it's easier to get people to click on a thumbnail regardless if the video is good or not if they know who you are. It's nice to have some kind of like base group of people who are attached and going to be there.
Yeah.
Well, what I was in reference to is your first like really big solo viral moment was meme-based content,
yeah, no, it
right?
was meme. Yeah,
okay,
it was super,
okay.
That's like it's like if it was now, it would be called brain rot.
Yes.
Yeah, which I think about a lot.
Wow.
Like I beat the brain rot allegations.
It
I
was
was
like-
making brain rot content.
It was like the era of like Shrek is love, Shrek is life, here comes that boy.
It was like right after.
Yeah?
It was a weird in between of like Shrek is love, Shrek is life, here comes that boy, and then like brain rot now. And I think I was in that weird like in between.
You helped like push the needle or whatever they call it.
Yeah, well, you know, it's crazy. Like when I started YouTube, like seriously, when I was like, I want to like make YouTube content, be a YouTuber, I was like, nobody wants to watch 10-minute long videos, like 20-minute long videos. I was like, people want short content right now.
Wow.
Because I did 1 minute talk show and people like that. I was like, people want short content. And so I made like, 3-4 minute long YouTube videos and gained like, a bunch of subs. And then TikTok happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was right. Like,
So you've ruined the brains
I actually
of
do
our
think
youth. Yeah.
if I could go back in time, I would like assassinate myself.
Right.
Yeah.
There's still time.
I would, trust me. You think I wouldn't? I would do it.
You made like harassing people with pictures of Big Yoshi.
Yeah.
Harassing people. That's a lot of harassment.
A lot of harassment.
Still going with that.
Still going. Nothing's changed.
You were known as like Perry the Platypus.
All the worst parts of my life being brought up.
Yeah. Well, we're starting there.
Right. Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere to get.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Wherever you would consider yourself now. And then you started making videos in college. Your videos were kind of about your college life, and it was a lot of like putting on big stunts and like making big events and with your friends and your I caught like some of that, back in the day. What was it like to go from, and forgive me for assuming, but being, kind of a loser in a school environment to like being the famous one?
Oh, I thought you were going to go a loser in a school environment to a loser in New York City parks. I mean,
no. We did some off-camera talking, about your. We've talked about your school and your binder of Sonic OCs, and you've been a bit of a weeb and a bit of a social outcast. You weren't like the other kids,
right? Yeah.
Can
I quit this podcast? Is that too late?
I'm not trying to be mean. I wasn't popular in school either.
Really?
Do I give that?
No, I was just trying to flatter you.
I got really excited there. Yeah, but what was it like to make that shift?
Well, it'll surprise you, but I always have been and still am a loser. I think those who know me, those who know.
If you know, you know.
Well, yeah, I went from like I drew like Sonic OCs and like and played a bunch of Pokemon to still doing those things, but not like I also am a YouTuber,
Right.
So like when I was in middle school, people would like take my Sonic OC binder and like, rip it up, or like I had like my DS and they'd like close my DS and like punch me. I got punched in the face for playing Pokemon Platinum on the DS, on the bus. Awesome lore. Sorry, we'll get back to it. But yeah. And I still did those things. I've completed the Pokedex in every Pokemon game.
Yeah, you showed me all your Pokemon.
Yeah, and I just also don't make that public now.
Right.
I just do Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition. And like, I also, the same reason why I don't do friend content publicly. It's like, I want to keep some things to myself. And yet people comment being like, bro, you changed. It's like, no, dude. Like, I'm the same. I'm just not giving you all bits of my life. Like, I'm not showing you my Sonic OCs.
Right. I think the people would like to see that.
You know what? I'm making a Sonic OC video.
Yeah,
I'm going through my old binder.
Please, I'm there for it.
Oh, OC means original character, by the way, in case you're curious.
Cool. I think that the like through line for all the stuff that you're doing is like, well, it's also actually your bio on YouTube is like about committing to the bit. You're very good at like putting yourself out there and leaving your dignity behind.
Yeah.
In the meantime, in the nicest way possible.
No,
I mean, like
you're right.
it's a very admirable skill.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, like I've had some content where I've had to like really sacrifice my dignity and kind of like, you have to kind of get into that character of yourself. But you've been doing that for years now. It's insane.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
How? just how?
How? I think playing a character is super helpful. Like, it's much easier for me to like lose all my dignity if I'm like in a mask or like in a wig. Because I think I'm pretty boring. Like, in my heart of hearts, I'm not interesting. I mean, I think that there's people who like are genuinely so entertaining and don't have to be a character, and that's great. Like, I think like I Show Speed is like a funny, outgoing guy. Like, I am so boring in my default. So, putting myself out there is like I gotta like lock in and be somebody else. And if I'm not, then no one's gonna watch. Unfortunately, like I've done live streams and I've watched them back, and I'm like, damn, I'm so boring. So I like putting myself at that. I think it's a good testament to like at the heart of what I do, which is like character acting kind of.
Yeah, and well, the character couldn't exist if a part of it didn't exist within you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, you had to, part of you had to want to be Cheeseball Man. Cheeseball Man was always inside of you.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I love Cheeseball Man.
Oh, by the way, Cheeseball Man, if you weren't there somehow, you ate an entire tub of cheese balls or jar?
Yeah,
Is that
jar of
considered a
cheese balls.
jar?
Yeah.
Pretty big for a jar.
Yeah.
An entire jar of cheese balls while, like, how many people watch?
There's like 3,000 people there.
Yeah, okay.
It was like the size of a concert, kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Whose concert?
Probably like Drake.
Oh. Yeah, cut that. Was that the first stunt that you had that went super viral like that? Or to that
Yeah,
extent?
viral in the like normie sense. I've had YouTube videos. I've had things go viral on the internet, but I've never had anything like I would walk down the street of New York City as Cheeseball Man, and like elderly couples would come up.
Wow.
And be like, "Oh my God, you're the cheeseball guy."
Yeah.
They usually say the cheese puff man.
The cheese puff man.
I think New York City people call cheese balls cheese puffs.
Right. So they were showing up because they want to know what a cheese ball was.
They're like, "What the heck is a cheese ball?" Well, no, I'm saying like I'd walk the street like on the street. They wouldn't even be like at the thing. They'd be like, "Oh, it's the guy."
Yeah.
Like I've never had that before. Like 70-year-olds. Like my whole every one of my fans are like the exact same age and person.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's got to be a lot of freedom in that as well to like keep your identity hidden and be recognized. Like, how was that your first time being recognized as a character where like people didn't know your identity?
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? I think I don't know if I ever told this story, but at the end of I ate a jar of cheese balls and it was like a funny bit. It was just going to be like a one-off YouTube video I thought was funny, and then it became like a bigger thing. It was like a super villain, and this is really stupid and fun. After the whole event, the last person, I signed like literally 500 autographs. Like I signed people's boobs and like their forehead and their like MTA cards. And the very last person comes up, and this is before I was back on the internet. Like I was still trying to figure out like who I am and what I want to do. And they just like pull up a picture of me, and they just go, "This is you, right?" And I was like, oh. Like it was the craziest. Like how did they know that?
Chills.
Literally chills. I was like, and then I literally went, shh, and they went, and they turned around and they left.
It
was crazy.
So respectable.
Yeah, it was fire. It was
That
really
is
cool.
so incredible. Wow. Wow. And you can't even hide that reaction as well. I like that you owned up to it.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah. And it was, I mean, people made like exposed videos on it. And it was
Which
fun.
more of those on you?
More. I want
More expose videos on
just tons.
Anthony.
Yeah.
If you guys have anything, go ahead and put it out there. It'd probably make this podcast do better. So like whatever you want to do, just do it, really.
Yeah, anything you want. Maybe I'll just start doing really bad things in public. Like public stunts that are just bad. Like I'll like, I don't know, what's something in public I can do?
Volcano.
Yeah, I'll like light a volcano. I'll light like a big
Two
tree on
volcanoes.
fire. 2 volcanoes, okay. And a bear. I'll release a bear in Central Park.
2 volcanoes and a bear.
Yeah, that's good. I'll kill someone.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
You're in this phase of doing these like big stunts in parks in New York, you know.
Yeah.
One of the stunts that has really stuck with me that I got to witness was at VidCon. You brought a monk to VidCon to crash a party, and I will never forget that night. That was the most surreal, insane thing. You were the whole week you're hyping up this party.
Yeah.
Hyping up there's gonna be this big special guest. I swore it was gonna be JoJo Siwa. I swore, because I needed her to be there so bad. That was like the time where Karma was coming out. I was like, if anyone can get JoJo Siwa at VidCon,
It's me.
It's you.
Yeah.
We go to this party, which was like, I don't know how to describe the size of this room.
It's like the size of half of this garage. It's like
we're in a garage right now, by the way. So hopefully that kind of built out the world a little bit.
And there's just trash, tons of boxes.
There's kind of garbage right
and
here.
a body. That's real. There's a real body.
There
right
is
there.
a body. I can show a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. real body. That's the bears and the volcanoes got to that one. But anyway, we're at this party. There's probably like 30, 20 people there.
There's 40.
40? Okay.
That was 40, yeah.
Okay. And it's in this little room, garage-sized room in a hotel.
Yeah.
And there's a DJ there that I think was like, he thought he was at like a 2016 wedding, maybe, was kind of the vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely vibes.
He was awesome, but it was like, shut up and dance with me. Oh, what other, I'm trying to think of what other kind of.
Dance till you're dead.
Yeah. It was very just like, something was artificial about even the DJ. Like and I was like, there's a camera there, like what did you have planned? And then the lights come up and a monk walks in and leads us all in guided meditation. You have a video on this if anyone wants to check this out. It was probably like 30 minutes of
guided meditation. It was great.
Guided meditation and listening to this monk talk. I was so enthralled. I was so interested in everything that this monk had to say, and it was like so insane that this monk was sitting in front of us. And also like some people had been drinking, so there were like little like drunk giggles, and like it was such an, you had created such an uncomfortable environment.
Yeah,
because I was like so interested, and I was like, guys, please don't disrespect the monk who's talking. Like, I know we're at a party right now, I know that like just 3 seconds ago, but like it was a cool feeling to have of like, I don't want to say vibe shift, but like vibe shift.
Yeah.
You know? And then listen to this monk talk for 30 minutes, and he keeps really staring at me. And not at me, but like through me. You know, like to my soul. And I was like, oh, it's probably like I'm really intently listening. And then afterwards, we went outside after the party and stuff, or whatever you would call it. I went up to the monk and I was like, hey, like, just want to say I was really interested in what you had to say. Like, sorry if people were being disrespectful, but I think that, you know, all the teachings are really cool and it's really respectable, whatever. And he just stares through me for a few more seconds. And then he's like, I feel like I've seen you before. And out from his robe, he pulls an iPhone. And I was like, I was like maybe in like a dream or like a meditation or something, because I didn't think that he had an iPhone. But then when he pulls out a phone, I was like, well, I have a YouTube. And he was like, well, what's your YouTube? And he looks me up and he was like, I think I've seen a few of your videos.
Yeah.
Actually, the most surreal. I have eyewitnesses there. Were you there for that conversation?
I was
okay.
like right behind you.
Okay. I just want you to, because people don't believe me when I tell this story.
Yeah.
Like anywhere I tell this story, I will tell it for the rest of my life. Like this is one of the most insane moments of my entire life. Like a practicing Buddhist monk barefoot in front of me in his robe, holding his YouTube on my phone, or holding my YouTube on his phone.
Yeah, and has seen your videos.
Has seen my videos.
Yes.
Everyone in the comments is like, I'm a Buddhist monk too. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Okay. Can we sound off if you're a Buddhist monk?
What was it like? Because you went to Thailand for 2 weeks or a week?
Yeah, it was like
or
2 weeks.
something, and you stayed with monks. Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed with monks. It was basically like I wanted to make a video on like Buddhism and like monks, but I think YouTube is boring right now. It's like there's two types of content. There's like passive and active watch content. Like I don't actively watch content on YouTube. Like I feel like very few people do. So I'm like trying to make things that I would actively watch, and not just like leave on my phone as I'm like doing laundry.
Right.
And so I was like, I want to see if I can, in the most respectful way possible, bring a monk to a party.
Yeah.
And like figuring out the way to do that isn't disrespectful, but is also funny. And I found him, and he was like the greatest. Like his whole thing is he has a Discord.
Right.
Like, he has a big Discord channel and like teaches Buddhism to people who are like brain rotted. He's great. He's awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
That's incredible. And you
cool
guys, I mean, like you had to like fly him to VidCon, and did you form like a bit of a friendship with him? I mean, that must have been so cool to like have that kind of close-ish relationship with. I don't know what your relationship was like with him, but
I mean, yeah, I mean, monks don't really have friends, right? Like it's like no materialistic possessions. Like obviously he has like family and people he cares for, but it's like yeah, you know, we're friends, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
we homies. We hung out for 3 days, and I flew him to VidCon and flew him back. I think I flew him back to like somewhere in Asia, maybe. I don't really remember.
What do you think he'd consider you? Friend?
I don't think he considers anybody a friend. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't really talked to him too much since. We're both busy people with busy lives. Well, I think he has the opposite of a busy life.
Right.
So,
Wow. One day.
one day.
That's just one of the most insane moments of my life. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You know, I forget how much of my life you've seen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think of the KSI Logan Paul MrBeast podcast, and everyone's like, bro, they're not even friends. Like, they don't even hang out. Like, they're just like, and I'm sure people could blanket statement say that about us, but you've stayed on my couch for like 4 or 5 weeks at this point, and you have seen so many weird things I've done. Like, you were there for the pickled man.
Yeah.
You were there for the monk thing. Mm-hmm. You saw me at my beast era.
Yeah.
Like when I wasn't even doing content.
Yeah. And you went and, oh my gosh, you went and cried in the park the other day? Did you do that?
Yeah, I did do that.
Was anyone there?
No. there was one. I didn't
Wait, okay,
want
for
people-
context.
Okay, I hung up these posters. It says it's fake, obviously. It's like my girlfriend cheated on me with my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cry about it in the park publicly. I wanted like a funny bit to do just for like a short form video, but I didn't want people to show up really, but I still had to hang up posters because it's not funny if I didn't.
Right.
So I hung them up in the city, but I did it in Jersey City. And still 2 people RSVP'd they were going. So I was like, oh, like I have to do it. Like I didn't want to go at like 2 p.m. or whatever, but I had to go in case they showed up. I'd feel so bad.
You like had something else to do that day. It was so funny because you were like, can anyone go to the park and cry for me?
Yeah.
You're like, cool. And then you're like, all right, I got to leave at 1:45 because I got to go cry in the park real quick. And then I got to go to this thing right after.
Yeah.
It's just like
My schedule is amazing.
like a little meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my schedule. Our schedule tomorrow. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Our schedule tomorrow is we're going to the Capitol on January 6th. It's like, oh, we gotta like leave at night so we can get there on time. 'Cause we have a big group hangout at 2 p.m. We have to make the big group hangout at the Capitol building on January 6th.
And it's been like an actual. It's been a logistical puzzle as
has been.
well.
Yeah, it has
like
been.
there's like snow coming in, and we're like, all right, but we got to go to the Capitol. Like, how's that going to affect our day? Like, are the walls going to be slippery? Are we
And
going to
this
be
is
able to climb
exactly
them?
what people on January 6th 2 years ago went through. Like literally,
2
or 3?
4.
Was it actually 4 years ago?
Yes.
Oh, I guess it was. It was the last. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy.
This is the same thing that your roommates were like. They thought it was last year.
Yeah, it feels like it. Well, I guess it's funny. Every January 6th, I'm like, oh, remember that time there was an insurrection?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it gets funnier every year.
We're gonna make it happen again.
It gets funnier every year because it has school walkout energy.
Yes, it totally does. Wait, that's so funny.
It's literally like if you.
Sorry, the body just fell.
It's literally like if you like got an embarrassing Snapchat memory from like 4 years ago, being like, remember when everyone walked out of the school for blah 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 blah,
Yeah,
and
for
then it's like, no,
Harambe.
don't remind me of that. Like
Yeah,
that's what the January 6th insurrection feels like. No disrespect to democracy.
All of the January 6th attendees that are watching this podcast right now.
Hopefully, most of them.
Statistically speaking, somebody that attended the January 6th insurrection has seen one of my videos. Probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Statistically speaking, both of us. The middle-aged conservative men will
Dude,
not
yeah.
stay away from my videos.
That's
put
true.
dinner on the table. Go put dinner on the table. You have a family.
I didn't know your fan base, so it's hard for me to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on from that. I want to stop thinking about them.
Okay, cool.
So you've been uploading on YouTube pretty consistently for like 5 years now. 5? Is that
5 years.
right? How do you keep going for that long? Like, what's kept you posting? What's kept you motivated?
Arbitrary deadlines. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's miserable on this platform. No, I don't know. I like making... At the heart of it, I like making videos. What I don't like is it being in and about me, but that's the only way to like make money realistically is like you're only going to get... It's only going to be a career if you involve your face or, some character. Like you need something.
Right.
And I'm fortunate that I have a fan base and people that know me and appreciate my content. So I need it to be about me or involve me in some capacity.
You could start making faceless drama commentary videos.
You know what? Okay. You know what? I think at the heart of the reason why I'm so upset with the internet and my job is because no matter how much effort I put into my video, somebody can just make a "we need to talk about this MrBeast situation" video and get 5 times the amount of views. It's like, what is the point?
Yeah, and it's like we have talked about the situation,
But we need to talk about it again.
We do.
The MrBeast situation is crazy.
Yeah. The MrBeast situation. I watched. One of them got me the other day.
Really?
All right, because it was the guy who interviewed MrBeast. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the mustache guy.
Yeah, Oompaville, I think is his
Oompaville,
name.
yes.
I was scared to say his name. I was afraid he was gonna like appear because that happened with. Actually, I don't want to say that.
Yeah, I have T on the whole situation. I feel like let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I got like we need to talk about the Beast Game situation, and I was like, okay, this guy like talked to MrBeast. Then I clicked on it, and it was like. I was like, he's just still getting his bag.
Yeah.
Like, respectfly. Like,
No,
I was
there's
like,
no situation.
There is no situation that hasn't already situated.
Yeah.
You know? And also, I've never really, every minute or two, there's like, he inserts like a meme clip, like a video, like, yeah.
Awesome.
And it's like, if that's your style, if that's your format, fine. I'm not gonna watch it, but fine. But for like being like, this MrBeast situation is crazy, and then it's like, oh, he needs some milk, and it's like, contestant suffers minor head injury. like, how are you fitting? Like, this is just. It's just slop. It's just reused slop over and over again, and I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's so reused.
Yeah. So to get back on subject,
Yeah,
to
sorry
stay
about that.
motivated. Yeah, I mean, surround myself with good people, make good videos that I think are good. It never feels good until like I'm at an event or in public or something and someone's like, yo, like your shit is fire. And it like inspired me. And I'm like, oh. Or like, it's crazy because I did this. Like when I first started, like I remember, it's so cringe. The first year I was at VidCon, I like went up to Ian from Smosh and I was like, yo, bro, like your shit's fire. Like you inspired me, bro. Like for real. And he was like, I could tell he'd heard it a million times. He was like, oh, of course, man. Like, hey, enjoy VidCon. I'm like, cool. Like now I'll have people, like at last VidCon, people came up to me and were like, your stuff inspired me. And I'm like.
And you're like, you're lucky I'm not Ian from Smosh.
No, I mean, Ian was amazing. I mean,
Yeah,
the fact that he didn't slap me immediately in the face was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that like inspiring other people to do it and just like making cool things is inspiration enough. I have been doing this for a long time now, like content on the internet for like 8 years. I can probably name on one hand people I met over 4 years ago that are still doing content. You know what I mean? At least as a career that haven't like. It's like,
especially right now, the pace is so fast. The turnover, like you go to VidCon, it's like, this was a good year. Probably we'll see none of you next year.
yeah.
You know, like it is like people do get their 5 minutes of fame, and then yeah, but you've had that longevity.
I mean, the only way you really fail is you stop, because like if you all content is like creativity and marketing kind of. So if you just keep like, you're gonna have your downs and your ups, both like viewership wise and like feeling wise, and like you just gotta keep going and in your heart of hearts make good things and people will recognize it, and that's a good feeling. And worst case scenario, I work at a Wawa.
Right. And that's not so bad. And also, if you work at a Wawa, you can still make videos.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know?
It's probably better.
Like in your downs. Yeah, like the time. Oh my gosh, maybe I'm just romanticizing it in my head, but the times where I was in school or working a job and making content, I think about that time. I felt like Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
Like I loved being like, ooh, I'm gonna go like pretend to restock the shelves in the closet so that I can go like upload something or like record or like, you know, work on stuff and like be back and forth with it. Like having it as a hobby, there is a lot of good in that. You don't have this like, it's not everything you're thinking about all the time.
I tell people this all the time, like especially at VidCon, because a lot of people that go to like VidCon are like interested in making videos. If you have any desire to like do it full time, don't. No, it's like you can get the same enjoyment, if not more, doing creativity as a side thing. Right? It's almost better because now you're not as worried about it putting like food on the table.
Right.
Right? Because like, yeah, I mean, it loses so much of its joy. I mean, realistically, life is about learning to love what you do, not doing what you love. So everything you're gonna do in life has its boring, bad moments. I don't know. Just figure it out. Figure it out, dude. Like, it's not that deep, bro. Like, grow up. Well, oh, my life is hard. Yeah. Try Twitch streaming.
Try eating an entire jar of cheese balls.
Yeah.
Try picking the white boy who looks the most like Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It's like they don't even know what a hard job is.
No, literally, and they couldn't even wear Perry the Platypus onesie if they.
Yeah, seriously. Oh yeah, I have to work 9 to 9 at a hospital. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Try sitting on a couch and talking to Koi Piso.
You know, you're the first one who's had an issue with that.
What? Talking to you? This is all to say I'm very grateful for where I'm at. I think my issues are internal.
Yeah.
And in my brain.
Yeah. Mine absolutely are too. And this podcast has been really, really fulfilling for me already. And this is only episode 5 or something. But just being able to like talk about what I'm passionate about and talk with people about what they're passionate about at the time, and then seeing that resonate with people and seeing people say that they were, you know, motivated. Or was that a yawn?
Yes, you're boring. No, continue. I'm just tired. We have to drive to fucking the Capitol tomorrow.
No.
Or tonight in like an hour probably.
Wait, actually, okay, our lives are hard. Like, jokes aside, a nurse would never have to do that.
Okay. Yes, talking to people and asking them questions.
Yeah. It's just been really fulfilling so far. And, you know, to your point of like inspiring other people is the thing that I think keeps me going and makes me inspired to keep going. You know, you had that whole era where you like quit. Big, you know, waving goodbye. And then that's actually when you ended up at Beast. Yeah. Why? What was that decision about?
I have such a bad memory. I don't even remember anything before like 7th or 8th grade.
Okay.
My entire memory of my life has been making content. So I was like, I need to not make content and just see what my life is like.
Right.
And then unfortunately I was making content, but it was obviously a very different thing. I wasn't as like stressed about, like, people tell me what to do. So it was like, I felt like a job.
Right.
I think had I not gone and worked at Beast, I probably wouldn't have come back. But it made me realize that like there's nothing that they know that I don't. Like there's no secret sauce to creating anything.
Right.
There's nobody knows more than you do. Like I truly, like if you just in your heart of hearts create things, you are the subject matter expert. Like I truly believe that. And after being at Beast, I was like, wait, like I'm goated. Like I can just make things and make mistakes and make videos and make them again and try things. And then like, I'm no different than Jimmy Beast, right? It's just he's fallen into a niche, and then, you know, it's like, so I was like, I'm gonna do it my way, and I think I have. I think I've reached like the levels of MrBeast, just not like for a different audience. Like I've, you know, on the news and IRL, and it's been cool, and I feel like I've inspired people and given Miles Mitchell the opportunity to go to the Golden Globes.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, I mean, that is insane. And also, he met Timothée Chalamet. Yeah. And okay, I want to get back to the Timothée Chalamet lookalike contest. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Truly.
Did you expect that much attention for it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks so much.
Cool. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah, this was really fun. That's your scoop, everybody.
I think people, dude, oh my God, bro. The internet and creativity is like in such a like Ouroboros right now.
Yeah.
Like it's just, again, the MrBeast drama is crazy, and then MrBeast does something and people go, wow, the MrBeast drama, we need to talk about it. The situation. And it's like,
yeah,
no one is making things people want to talk about in like a positive light. And I mean, of course that's hyperbole. There are things that are great on the internet, but like at mass scale, you know, I'm not making money from what I do. Like,
right.
Like I'm making enough to, you know, pay an intern or two and like pay my rent, but I'm not cashing out in any capacity.
You're paying your interns?
Yeah.
Well, we should talk about that.
Yeah, we probably should. The Anthpo intern situation is crazy.
Oh, his interns need some milk.
Oh! Wow. Pause.
His interns be like, you got $1?
Rewind. Wasn't I making a point about like, I'm not making money? Oh yeah, people just want fun things, and I'm like, I'm gonna provide free, fun, public things.
Right.
And if it gets back to me, cool. Welcome along, and if it doesn't, oh well. It's like a story. People. I just want like at the heart of a creator is like a storyteller, right? I mean, unless you're. I mean, even the MrBeast drama being crazy is a story.
Right.
It's just a bad one, and you deserve to die if you make that video. I'm joking, but like also in Minecraft, but also in real life.
Right.
But also I'm joking. But also the sentiment is there.
Yeah.
Of like, let's do better.
Yeah.
I'm doing better. I'm making cool things that I think people like. There's no one else doing it. I think there are. I mean, people are copying me, which is good. I'd rather people copy me and spread cool, fun, positive things than MrBeast drama is crazy.
I haven't seen, then again, maybe it's just like my proximity bias, but like I haven't seen a name attached to any lookalike contest. Like it seems to just be for the sake of community and event. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen a couple, like there's 2 or 3 YouTubers that have done it, of varying sizes, you know, and there's been some companies that do it. I don't mind the YouTubers thing, but some like seeing a company kind of like try to profit off it makes me kind of, but like at the heart of it is something wholesome and cool, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
And I feel like I shouldn't bring up this, but it doesn't really matter. There was a guy who like ate a rotisserie chicken in Philly.
Yeah.
And like that's where I got half of the inspo for Cheeseball Man. I was like, oh, I want to do something like that in New York City. And obviously mine, it was so much more. It was like planned and thoughtful, and I had a character ready, and like I was ready to do bits and like whatever. And I had given this guy his flowers. I'd mentioned I was inspired by it in my video. And I'd even reached out to this guy. I don't even remember his name. I think his name is Reese. I reached out to him. I was like, yo, like, I'd love to do something charity together. Like, we can, like, stir up some beef or, like, whatever. This is back, like, 5 months ago. And he left me on red. Oh, I said, like, hey, man, I'd love to stuff some beast because I was like, Cheeseball Man.
Right.
And he ignored me. And now I'm done. Like, the bit is over. Like, I'm done, Cheeseball Man. Like, it's stupid and it's washed. And he's trying to start beef with me on Twitter. He's like, Anthpo is a coward and he won't fight me. Like, he's like trying to set up a boxing match. It's like, dude, like, I'm over it.
I'm so obsessed with that.
I know.
I think
Like,
it is the funniest thing ever because I've never heard of this man until, and that's why he's doing it as well, is I haven't heard of this man until now. He's talking about wanting to fight you, but it is actually the most baseless anger ever. It's so funny to me.
I know.
And it's so, and also we are talking about like just the words that came out of your mouth just then, like of just like eating an entire rotisserie chicken.
The guy who ate the jar of cheese balls is being attacked by the guy who ate their entire rotisserie chicken.
Right. And like, whose side are you on?
Yeah, pick a side. I mean, that's what they want. Listen, I wanted that too, but then he ignored me, and I like I wanted to do it for charity, and now he's like, "Well, let's do it for charity." It's like he also was like, "I need 5 months to train." It's like pick a like I'm trying to move on and like do cool things for New York City, and this guy's like, anyways.
And you also kind of have to be ahead of everyone else. Like once you do a bit and it catches fire, you have to move on.
Yeah, and that's the hard part too. Is like I'm not making things that can easily be traced back to me. So the second people get the idea, like I'm just gonna do that exact thing.
Right.
So it's fine.
Yeah. I think that a big part, and I think that I've seen articles about this as well, is like a big part of the reason that these lookalike competitions went so big was just like the need for community. Like celebrity lookalike competitions became third spaces.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree.
Like that's insane.
Yeah, and it's a shame. You know, I think New York City really needs that.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to gather more than 20 people in one place at the same time without a permit, which is
what?
ridiculous.
So how am I supposed to hang out with my friends? Because I have a lot.
I was gonna say it's probably a problem for most people, but you'd be fine.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think you could probably gather 20 people who like wouldn't throw up at the sight of your disgusting like putrid features and like general like aliveness.
Oh, that's not very nice because I was going to say that I think you're really pretty. Pretty ugly.
So I'm just gonna chill on my phone the rest of the podcast. If that's cool.
You're gonna be on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, let's talk about the MrBeast situation. So, the MrBeast situation is crazy.
It's crazy when you talk about it.
Please don't eat the
Sorry.
microphone. You got a lot of like mainstream attention in the way that you did with the Cheeseball Man stunt, but this time it was like a bit more Hollywood because it was, you know, celebrity centered. Like you had SNL did a skit, and you like someone was playing you in an SNL skit.
Yeah.
How are you not like geeked out about that? I mean, I know you're burnt out from the Timothee Chalamet lookalike contest at this point.
Yeah, I'm not burnt out over the team. I'm just burnt out over life. Jarvis, look up how to get Lexapro.
Do you need?
No, it's cool. I mean, it's dope. Low key, I don't know. I guess this happens to actual celebrities. I'm not a celebrity, but there comes a point where you've kind of been to every peak. Like I've talked to MrBeast. Like I've met big celebrities. Like I've been on the news. Like I have videos with bajillions of views. The numbers and the vanity don't do much for me anymore. That's why I think the community things are kind of cool.
I just thought about cutting out the last sentence there.
What was that?
Right before you said the numbers and the vanity, it's just you bragging. Okay, sorry. You were saying it doesn't.
No, I mean,
but no, that's a fair point though. That
Like,
that
I'm
is
not
something I
happy.
experienced to an extent. you
yeah,
know?
like the heart of it is like happiness is not going to come from any amount of success or being on SNL. It's
Right.
cool, and I'm so like the night that happened. I was with my friend Sierra, and I was drunk. I mean, I don't drink alcohol because it's bad for you. But if I was in Minecraft drunk, and then I didn't really realize I was watching it, and I was like, haha. And then I woke up in the morning, and I rewatched it. I was like, this is insane. Like, this is so weird. Like, I wore a white belt on the day of, and they like wore a white belt.
Yeah.
Like, they got it down to the T. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But like, you watching this are like, without a doubt, pound for pound happier than Elon Musk. Like, I think that's safe to say.
I think that most people are happier than Elon Musk.
Yeah. He has 10 kids. All of them hate him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has like ruined people's lives, and maybe he'll take us to Mars, and maybe he has achievements, but he is like probably not happy.
He should take himself to Mars and stay there. Has anyone said that joke yet? That was easy.
Pretty
That was
good.
too easy.
Hey, steal that on Twitter. But like, you know, at the heart of it is like sorry.
The
Oh
everything
my God.
app.
Stupid. Clip that. Farm, chat, clip
Oh
farm
my
that.
gosh. Something just happened to you.
Yeah, I'm in live stream mode now. Yo, chat, are you green in this? Elon Musk is not happy. Happiness comes from within and from a community and doing what you love and learning to love what you do. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to do that, and it has nothing to do with the subscriber count. I'm trying to make fun things that I like and to hang out with friends and make art.
Yeah. That's awesome. I respect that a lot about you. You are really obsessed and passionate about the things that you're doing, but not in the way that's about you. It's about the project. You know, it's not about the feeling that you're going to get from the project or how people are going to feel about you because of that. Like, I can just see that it's from a place of actual passion.
Oh,
you know?
Thank you, Quippy. So
Yeah, of course. So no more, you don't need Lexapro anymore.
guys, subscribe to Quippy. So sorry, I'm just trying to help you out here. You kind of like gave me a lot of compliments, so I was like, well, what do I do? What do I do with all this energy?
Money?
Okay, do your next question.
Okay. Oh, well, I did want to talk about, and this is the last time I'll even speak his name. Timothée Chalamet.
Gotcha. Okay.
He posted on his Instagram story in reference to the competition.
Yeah, a couple times. Which one though?
Oh, a couple times?
Yeah.
I didn't see that it happened a couple. I was referencing the one where I don't remember exactly what he said, but I remember it just like didn't make sense.
Oh, it was like he made like a poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was like to promote his movie or something, wasn't it? He was like using.
It made no sense.
It's so interesting to see how celebrities are having to lean into internet
stuff.
culture,
Yes. Yeah.
culture, and it's like, how do you get in touch with that when you haven't been in the past?
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really good example of that shift, and also why it, like, where you know, it not working.
Yeah, 100%. Fascinating. I see it. Although I will say, Timothée Chalamet is incredibly good and tapped in some capacities.
Absolutely. I mean, he did like Brittany Broski and then like the Nardwuar interview, and those were great. I mean,
Yeah, very tapped in. But
yeah.
you know, like he's never gonna. I can go band for band on being like chronically online with any like. I think I could beat 95% of people on the internet, let alone real life people. Like I'm so tapped in, and this is not a brag. This is like I need to be like put in an insane asylum. And he's like the opposite end. Like he has like a life, and like he's dating a Kardashian, and he's got millions of dollars, and he's in movies. Like
would pay so much money to watch those two interact with no one else watching. Like not in a perverted way, but in a way of like what conversations could they possibly have?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? I've been reached out to by like a dozen news publications because they're asking me for information on their relationship. I'm like, dude, I sit in a garage and make YouTube videos. What the fuck do I know about Timothée Chalamet and the Kardashian? Like, what the fuck?
They're grasping at straw because no one knows. No one knows how that works. No one gets it. How do you not get fatigued by your own stuff that you do? Because you kind of play into like a lot of meme culture and like things that get talked about. Like we've talked about you being known as like the Perry the Platypus guy for a while.
Yeah.
And now you're kind of in this phase of like shaking off the Timothée Chalamet and the, you know, how do you move forward and not grow to resent your past projects, even though they, you know, are kind of getting rehashed all the time, like on this podcast?
I could never resent something that made me who I am, good and bad. Like I like the person I am now, and I'm always working on being better. And also, like how to avoid it, you just move on. Like the reason Hawk to a Girl is always going to be Hawk. Haley Welch is always Hawk to a Girl is because she has a podcast called Talk to a.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. She will always be Hawk to a Girl.
Yeah,
like there's so many people that blow up from being a meme, and then they just ride the meme, they milk it dry.
Brittany Broski could still be Kombucha Girl.
That's a great point.
She so could be.
And I have not thought about that in like years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could be the leader of Gen Z, and I am.
You are.
But it's...
Gen Z, assemble. Okay. Cut that out, please.
It was definitely getting cut. If you could bring back one meme that's dead and it lasts forever, what would it be?
Uganda Knuckles. No. Harambe. No. Nyan Cat. No. Actually, you know what it would be?
Oh, Nyan Cat's really good.
Yeah, Nyan Cat's a good one. Well, you know, all of my favorite memes are ones that have had a shelf life. Like my profile picture on like Steam, it's like a gaming thing. The fact that I have to say that's crazy. Was like this crying cat, like 12 years ago. It was that, and I still see that cat around.
Okay,
like I'll see it in edits and stuff.
That's insane.
What'd you just look at? Was there like a ghost there?
No. It was a thought. It was one of my thoughts was over there.
Oh, it was like a bubble. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I like.
I was picturing your tattoo.
What tattoo?
The meme with the shelf life.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, is that not something that should be public?
No, it's fine. I have video about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a
chill guy tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked the owner back when it was like first blowing up, like when no one knew about it. I was like, "Hey, can I tat this on myself?" And they're like, "Yeah." Very great person. Like they were chill. And I did it, and then like it was a dead meme, and then 2 weeks later it like blew up, and like MrBeast made a video about it, and I'm like, great. Like now I have a chill guy tattoo.
That's how you freaking know it's viral. When MrBeast makes a video.
That's true, because it like statistically has reached enough people to where MrBeast can go, okay.
I'd bring back chill guy.
Thank you.
For you.
I appreciate that. I need that. I actually do desperately need that.
Actually, that would be a good answer for you.
Yeah.
But I took it, so.
Thank you.
What's a collab that surprised you the most?
I collab with Sneeko.
Wow.
Yeah. It is awesome. Like the fact that happened is amazing. I'll see Sneeko fans talk about it all the time where they're like, yo, why the fuck is Sneeko in this fucking random Breaking Bad skit? It's awesome. It's so funny. I got back when Sneeko was like normal, which I think he's in his normal arc again now. I was gonna text him, but when he was like he made fantastic videos back in the day before he was like in his pipeline he's in now. We hung out like 5 or 6 times. He hung out with like everyone in our TikTok house. He was like a literally great dude. Like I feel wrong saying that because I feel like I would get flack, but like straight up like great dude.
No, that's interesting to hear as well.
Yeah,
it's like what the pipeline can do to someone. Like that's important to be like. It's not that like something broke.
Something broke, or he's done the craziest like Sacha Baron Cohen like Bo Rat style. Like I'm gonna be the worst. Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Get attention from it. Yeah.
I have a collab with him where I did a Breaking Bad skit with him because he loves Breaking Bad, and then after that we didn't talk, and then
that's incredible.
So I think I was the glue.
That's really awesome.
Holding it together. So.
Wow, I'm one person away from Sneeko. I'm so close to my dream.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have one last question for you, and it's a question of advice from my own life for you to give me advice on.
Okay.
How do you keep your own creative passions from feeling lonely?
Other people. That's it. Also, dude, you're totally fine. You don't need advice from me, bro. I'm washed. You're the new gen. You're Koi Piso from Koi Piso YouTube and Koi Piso Twitch.
Don't do that. Be so unk.
Oh shoot!
That's an internet reference for all you
Twitch
youngins. Web surfers out there.
A little Gen Alpha action.
That one hurt.
Yeah, it hurt. You gotta just stay around people that inspire you. That's low key like the hardest part I found is like, especially when you're in college or like. You're in high school and you like kind of want to make music and then everyone's like, cringe, like
right.
They're like, you have passions and like don't want to like chill and watch football and drink alcohol. It's like, oh, it's tough. But if you really enjoy it, surround yourself with people who are going to inspire you and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Awesome.
Type shit or something.
Good answer. All right. Okay, and then the last thing we need to talk about is the MrBeast situation.
I was gonna say, I was waiting for you to say that. Like, bro, I just cannot believe like the drama's crazy.
Really? Because they literally all need some milk,
dude. Oh my god, did you hear they did surgery on a grape?
Oh, that's really good.
That's the meme I'd bring back.
Okay, I'm about to let you leave, but. I have an ongoing playlist that everyone gets to add one song to.
Oh, sick.
So you get to add one song. I need to pick out my song for it.
Oh shit, I broke my glasses. Or who broke my glasses?
Oh. Tony P, welcome to the pod.
Thanks for having me.
So glad to have you.
I'm gonna add fart sound effect.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not gonna add fart
Give me
sound
your
effect.
phone.
No. You don't get to add it. I'm picking out a song right now. I picked a song. Okay, my song recommendation of the week is "Replay" by Planet 1999.
Oh wait, are we recommending songs to people, or are we putting? Is there like a big playlist of all your guests?
There's a big playlist of all my guests, but it's song recommendation playlist.
Oh, for the audience.
Yes.
Oh, so okay, I get to add one to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, I don't add that yet.
Look up
this is not
fart sounding effect.
Who's that by? Fart sounding.
Just give me that, you son of a bitch. Okay, here, I'll put in an actual recommendation.
And for those of you who aren't watching, or just listening, Anthony has just put on a wig and glasses, and he does this thing. He does this thing where he pretends to be this other person named Tony P, and he gets really mad when you try to pretend like
true. That is not true.
And I don't know what kind of music Tony P listens to. So,
are you happy?
Oh, Anthony, welcome back.
Did somebody already put Nico B on the playlist?
Nico B is not on the playlist yet.
Okay, I'm gonna put Nico B. Why is this dealer?
So good, good pick.
Yeah.
Don't add it yet.
Okay.
But good pick.
Thank you.
Well,
why is this dealer? Take it a piss.
I've been standing here for 30 minutes. Nice. Well, thanks for watching. Anthony, thanks for being here. And in your own house, which I've been staying at so long.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Koi Piso of Koi Piso fam.
Anything you want to say, promote?
No, nothing to promote. live life to the fullest, learn to love what you do, have fun, and text people you love that you love them.
Real. Bye-bye.
Oh, finally, we can stop pretending to be friends.
I was going to say the same thing word for word. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. I hope you liked it. I did end up vlogging me and Anthony going to the Capitol building on January 6th, and it was insane. Maybe a little bit too insane for my YouTube channel, which is why I'm going to put it on my Patreon. I promise I'll shut up about my Patreon as soon as this podcast starts making me money. But until then, please, patreon.com/koipiso. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on a different couch.